Hello, all you wonderful beings of light and truth seekers. Welcome to your exclusive daily reading for those of you who are my Patreon supporters on the different levels. I've already drawn 3 cards. The cards have been well shuffled. I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck for this reading, which is for Friday, the 14th of August 2020. And I've already done this. A little confession, I'd already started making this video, but I was getting a little bit peeved with the way the cards were focusing, and so I decided to start again. So the cards have already been drawn. I haven't fiddled with them or anything like that. So let's have a look to see what it's like for you and for me, obviously, as well, on Friday the 14th of August 2020. Hope you're all well. It's a bit cooler here in Rugby today. It's probably dropped down to the 20s rather than the 30s that it was yesterday, so it gives us a little bit of a breather. So the first card, just turn them over. So the first card then is the Major Arcana, the World, 21st card of the deck. This is the end of the journey. You know, the Fool starts with 0 and works his all his way through to the 21, which is the World. He goes through the Magician, the Hierophant, and the Emperor and Empress, and all those, and all the way up through Death and the Star and the Moon and all that, and the Sun, and finishes off with the World. Has completed his journey, and he's gained all that wisdom and experience along the way. Here you see this beautiful dancer dressed in this purple leotard, which is the intuition, the stars and so on, surrounded by blue, which for me represents a calmness. You got the laurel wreath there on that plinth that she's on, which it indicates success and victory. She's got one foot dipped in what looks like a kind of pool. The whiteness of that is spirituality, purity. She's balancing on that one leg. She's got the 2 wands there, which is holding the fire. She's in control of all the elements. She's got that world behind her, that golden world behind her, and that represents opulence as well, success and victory. The moon's above it, and that's in kind of half moon. It's like a half moon, so it can be a 50-50 kind of situation there as well. But this is the end of the journey kind of thing. It's completion. This is what the World represents: successful completion of something in particular. So this could be what you're aiming for, at the start of the day and coming towards the end of this week. So it's a very good card to start with, and especially also that we have the Magician, which is the first card of the Major Arcana. So this is where the Fool goes to start his journey. And the Magician, for me, although it's represented here by a mature gentleman with a beard, looks more like a wizard, the Magician for me is more like the apprentice, just starting out. He's the Harry Potter, just starting out, learning his craft, learning how to control the different elements. And you see the different elements represented here, the way he's got them balanced, and they're all like joined together. You can see they're like joined together in like a circle, a halo. And he's got spirituality and purity coming down, surrounding him, and he's in control. He's able to manifest at this stage all the different things that he wants and puts them into motion. So this is the Fool moving on to the next stage, where he gets some sense. He's maybe been on a journey, come back with some enlightenment, and he's starting on his journey to create the life he desires. So the journey then after the World could be like the start of a new cycle, because you've come to the end with the World and you start again. It's on a new cycle, so it's a new beginning. And this is also backed up by the Page of Swords, and the page is the messenger, for me, because the page back in the days of the courts was the one that went and took messages from the kings and queens to the lords and ladies, mainly to the knights and the lords and so on, because you had a lady, the ladies, which was the female version of the page, went to the ladies, obviously because young boy couldn't be seen going into ladies' chambers and things like that. Back in those days, there was a bit of decorum, and but he is the messenger. But he's also an apprentice in that sense as well, because his next journey, his next step in his journey would be the knight. So he's starting to learn his craft. He's starting to be training as an apprentice knight, you could say. And you see him with his wonderful sword here, and he's all dressed in blue, and a bit of a harlequin kind of thing. But there's a bit of red there, passion. And swords are about thoughts, ideas, and so on. So, and he's standing there in front of a portal. And behind the portals, a lot of looks like little diamonds or flowers or something. But look at the colour here. So you got the orangey sort of red, and that's a good indication as well, because that's warmth. That's also passion. He's got red feathers in his hat here. So he's also very passionate about an idea that he's had. So this is also a beginning card. He's beginning on his journey, same as the magician is beginning on his journey. And you've got the completion. So this indicates to me that today there's going to be some kind of new beginning, or something that's going to come to an end, something's going to come to completion, full circle, and then you start to manifest a new one. Okay, so you get the idea and you start to manifest it. This is you're the magician today. Okay, so you're not the page, you're the magician. So you finish that cycle, you're starting again as the magician to manifest the next cycle, and you start off with the idea. So today you could have a really great idea to which you could implement in the coming weeks, months, years, whatever it happens to be, however long it takes. And this new beginning could be any area of your life, man. There is thoughts and some, perhaps it's this new business venture, or perhaps it's a new project, or you have the idea perhaps to write a book, because it's also to do with communication, or maybe you're going to start a podcast. Podcasts are very popular now. They're picking up in popularity, and they're a good way to express your ideas to a good audience. And if you get onto the right platform, or the right host who can put you out to different platforms, you have a good chance of reaching more people. I've got podcasts, a couple of podcasts that I have. One for this, the Four Circles Healing Tarot. It's more Four Circles Healing, so it's mainly originally based on original Japanese Reiki, but it's also about personal and self improvement and spiritual improvement path and so on. And I'm even considering doing perhaps a reading. I may even do a reading on that to try that, see what it's like. But I've also got another one, a reluctant vegetarian, which is about my transition over to a more plant-based rich diet, and different things that are on there, different topics that are on there. Originally it started off as a 31-day challenge, and I was giving updates on that, but I've gone past that stage. I'm now into 4 months, almost 5 months now of transitioning over. But I'm still a reluctant vegetarian. I don't call myself a vegetarian yet. Not yet. The temptation of going back to eating meat and so on is too great still. But you could start a podcast like that. So you don't have to reach a broad audience. You can have a niche audience. And that's something you could start. Maybe you have the idea or a theme that you'd like to express. Maybe you've got something passionate, that you feel would be appealing to others. So you start a podcast, or maybe a YouTube channel, or you go onto Patreon, or whatever platform you want to use to tell your story, or write a book. You can still do it that way as well, an ebook or a full-size book. Maybe tell the story of your life, whatever. So it's something creative, I feel. But then again, it could be anything, couldn't it? Because could also be the start of a new relationship, and perhaps someone who's come from your past okay, and you start again. And you're wondering how you're going to proceed with that, because this could be, as I said, end of one cycle. So perhaps there's someone in your life who you once had contact with, but you then separated for whatever reason, or you lost touch or whatever. But then they come back into your life, and you're looking at perhaps reigniting that passion, if it's a romantic relationship, or reigniting that relationship, and you're wondering maybe the best way to go about it. Perhaps you ended with a quarrel, and you're wondering how you can like kiss and make up, if you like. So that could be it as well. So what I'll do, I shall use the Quantum Oracle to find out what this could well be for. Now obviously this is not going to resonate with everyone, because it's only a general reading, so just take what resonates for you, and use that. And you can go to other readers and so on, maybe to build up on that, to fill it out a little bit more and get more information. This is just a general reading that I'm doing, so it's not set in stone. None of these readings are set in stone. Let's not forget that. So I'm asking the cards now, could I have a clarification card please for this reading for Friday the 14th of August 2020. Happy success. Happy success, and it's to do with consciousness, so that's to do with the mind. So that maybe ties in more here, and you start to manifest that happy success. So whatever it is going to be a very prosperous outcome. Whether that's a romantic, whether it's work related, whether that's your social life, whether it's to do with this business venture, or starting a new hobby, whatever it's going to be successful. So that bodes well, doesn't it? I mean, it's very, very good. What I'll do, I'll just look it up in the book to see what it means exactly. So happy success is under consciousness, I think that's down near the front. And it's number 8. Okay, happy success. The wish is fulfilled. Okay, the wish is fulfilled. A man stands in a flowering field, as we see there, and with his arms stretched out, happily looking up at the sky. It's raining beautiful gems. You can just see those gems falling down, and he's really, really, and this is really your wishes come true kind of thing, isn't it? And silver coins and droplets of bright light. He is clearly filled with joy about the abundant blessings coming his way. Happiness is a choice, as is the consciousness of success. When you live in these mental attitudes, it's only a matter of time before you too are showered with the blessings you desire. This card marks a time of great joy and abundance for you. This may be in the form of expanding wealth, love, or business achievement. The promise here is that the wish you've been dreaming about is coming your way. So open up to the success in your heart and to the happiness already in your life, and get ready for much more to come. So how about that? So, as I said, this cycle's come to an end. Okay, the world has come to an end, and you are now the magician starting to create a new cycle. And you've had the idea how to do that, and you've made your wish, which is going to come true very, very soon. So how about that to end the working week with? What a Friday card this is. What a Friday card this is. Absolutely mega. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Just have a look at the numbers now. We've got 21, and then the court, the arcana, major arcana magician is 1, a court card is 1, so 21, 22, 23. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 is freedom. You're going to get this freedom. Okay? Look at the freedom this guy has. Yes, that's material freedom, but like the card said, or like the instructions said, that can also be freedom. It could be in love, or it could be business, it could be work related, whatever it happens to be. Now if I add 5 and 8 together, I get 13, because this is number 8 here. I don't know if you can see that, number 8. 5 and 8, 13. 1 and 3 is 4, which is structure and stability. So how's that? 8 in itself is power. So you have the power to create and realize your dream and make it come true. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight. It may take time, but at least you can start the planning and start to manifest, so that in time you'll come back around to the world card and have that success that you are dreaming of in whatever it is, whatever venture it is you take, whether it's in romance, whether it's business, whether it's work, social, whatever it happens to be. Wonderful. What a fantastic reading, guys. What a fantastic reading. How does it resonate with you? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the very near future. So thank you guys for listening, and until next time, Namaste.